Hey, good afternoon, good evening. I say good afternoon, good evening, good morning. It's been a lot of these things coming. We've been keeping them coming. Turf Talk one-on-ones, where we getting a chance to talk to these young men about their experiences and sitting down with them one-on-one. This young man, I know he comes from a good. He comes from working with Big Unc. You know, his family down there, down in Temecula, and it ain't easy making it work down there. I know what he goes through because I bring my sons down there to work out with Coach Deshaun Burns down at the Kalahari, as he call it, down in Temecula. But I seen this young man. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. I got a chance to eye this young man this year at the All American Combine, at the All American Combine, working out with Steve Calhoun. And I'm gonna tell you, he has an arm on himself. What's up, Mr. Thomas?
How's it going, sir?
Man, it's always a pleasure. We actually ran into each other in line, right? And then you
Yes,
had a
sir.
Linfield Christian shirt on, and then so then none of this is planned out. I'm trying to tell people, hey, this is all natural. We run into you, we figure it out, who is who, and then I was like, hey, you go to Linfield Christian because he had a Linfield Christian shirt on. So that's Big Onk School down there, down in Temecula. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell people who you are, what's your name, what class you are, what position, and some of your accolades from last year that you may have.
Yes, sir. So I'm Thomas Paschal. I play at Linfield Christian, quarterback, class 2025, and yeah, I got first team All CIF last year at quarterback.
Yes, sir. Definitely a dog. Because I seen you. Like I said, I was paying attention down there at the All American. I seen you had a big arm. I see you catch on quick.
Yes,
I
sir.
could tell because if you're working down there with Coach Burns, he don't got time to explain. You catch on quick. So let's talk a little bit about last year's off season leading into because you'll be a what's called I was about to say uprising senior this year.
Yes,
So you'll
sir.
be a senior coming up this season, this year. Let's talk a little bit about your your junior year off season going into your junior year because
Yes, sir.
you wasn't starting at that point, right?
No, sir, not a quarterback. My sophomore season, I started at tight end and safety.
Tight end and that safety.
Yes,
You,
sir.
so where did this arm come from? Is that something that
Um,
Coach Burns found or your pops found? Because I'm like, how did you play tight end sophomore and then junior year? You know, like I see your throwing motions. You're out there working with uh, uh, at armed and dangerous.
yes,
So,
sir.
so so when did that come about? Talk to me about the junior year. How did that come about?
Yes, sir. I mean, I've been playing quarterback my whole life, but
Oh, okay, okay.
yes, sir. But we had a senior, junior, my freshman year. So he ended up getting hurt the first game my freshman year. So I started 5 games freshman year, and then sat let him play, and then sophomore year came and it was his senior season. So me and Coach Burns sat down, talked, and then found a spot for me on the field, and it ended up working out at tight end and free safety.
Okay. Okay. You one of them players. Do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying, to play and help out the team. And that's yeah. If you play for Coach Burns, that's what he finds. You know, that's one of his talents is finding out what people do.
Yes,
So let's
sir.
talk a little bit about the offseason going into your junior year, going back to quarterback, right?
Yes, sir.
Going back to quarterback. You find out you're going back to quarterback. It's your junior off season year. Talk to us a little bit about that. Talk about the conversation and what's going through your head.
Yes, sir. It was a lot of preparation with Coach Burns and Coach Ricky Ortiz. He's the offensive coordinator at Linfield Christian.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a lot of like
I'm
talking
gonna cut you
schemes
off.
and
Coach Ricky Ortiz played for the New Orleans Saints.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Fullback.
I'll rewind that back so
Yes,
people
sir.
know. And Coach Burns coached all through the NFL and through college. So I just want everybody to know the pedigree that you're working with right there. So you sat down with Burns and Coach Ortiz uh, junior year. Go okay, my bad.
No, yes, sir. You're good. Yeah, we just talked a lot of schemes, the plays of the team, and we were just talking about how I need to step up as a leader coming into that year, and just ended up working my butt off with Coach Burns on the field and in the weight room. Same with Coach Ricky Ortiz, and yeah, I got that starting spot and had a pretty successful season.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, if you did all CIF, all league. So
Sure.
so during that, I mean, I'd like to know those conversations. During that conversation you having with them, that's when you find out you're going to be going back to quarterback.
Well, we have a young man. His name's Evander Qualls. I think he's a sophomore right now.
Okay.
So I'm a grade above him. So it was a fight. Obviously, we still have to compete for the position, no matter who you are.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I kind of knew going into that season that I was going to be the starting quarterback. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Now let's talk about when you got the job now, kind of, sort of, but you're going into battle. Talk about what you got going on, whether it's the workouts are down there at Linfield during the weekends or whatnot, because we probably ran across each other. Those are for animals.
yes,
Those
sir.
workouts are for animals, not everybody. I've taken a lot of kids down there and they never return back. So those those workouts, as well as your own preparation. Talk a little bit about what you did in the off season to prepare for for the year that you had.
Yes, sir. Well, it was about like 4 to 5 days on the field, and then every day in the weight room. So it was with Coach Burns. A lot of footwork drills, a lot of just reading the defense with pros like his sons, Simeon Burns, Lorenzo
Yeah,
Burns, and just the pros that come by, like a lot of UFL guys, Kialva Tezino, all those boys. Yeah, Malik Lowell, but they just helped me learn the defense, how to make like big boy throws, and
yeah.
yeah, and then we got the puke hill in the back of Linfield,
Okay.
got me right too for endurance and things like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewind that for everybody that don't know. It's called puke kill. He's not mistaken. It's called puke kill. Because you're gonna give it up at some point, running up and down that hill. But I want people to pay attention to what you just said. You got Coach Burns, who coached in the college and the NFL, and all kind of. He coached his kids, which his kids play at a high level. You got Coach Ricky Ortiz, that will play for the Saints, NFL, blah blah blah. You got Lorenzo and Simeon, who both make their trips throughout the league and semi pros and UFL. You down there cheating. That's why you went all league, bro.
Yes,
Come
sir.
on. They giving you the game because you're not getting that kind of information from a lot of people. So all you got to do is what they somebody told me a long time ago. Your ego is not your amigo. Once you
Yes,
put your
sir.
ego, once you put your ego away and you learn all that, intake all that information, you're supposed to be where you're supposed to be, which was where you're supposed to be.
Sir.
Okay, let's talk about the season. What's going on? First game of the. We don't have to go game by game. What's going on throughout the season? First game of the year, you back at quarterback. Can you sleep? Can you? What's going on? What happened?
Yes, sir. First game we came out popping. Came out against Maranatha
Okay,
Christian, I think it was a Christian school, I think, but maybe not. But came out shooting fire. We ended up finishing the season at I want to say 7-4.
okay.
Went to the second round of playoffs, and yeah, it was successful. We had a lot of seniors, a lot of connections we made. And, yes, sir.
I don't rush me through the season, man. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with you doing the season. You done started the season, now you just ended the season on me. Nah, hell nah. I need to know what happened. What was some of them moments where you was like, okay, I got it back? Because I remember previously that you said you was playing a whole different position.
Yes,
When did it
sir.
click? When it clicked back in? Was it the first game, a couple games in, where you was like, I got this again. I got it. It's coming back. Muscle memory.
Yes, sir. Well, the first couple weeks, I felt like I had a little confidence, like error or like lack of confidence.
Mhm.
And then we ended up going against Norwalk from a couple miles away. I don't really know where they're from, but
Yeah.
it was a really tight game. We were losing first half, I think by 2 touchdowns. And then we ended up coming back and winning that game. And that was just a huge like uplift to the season. Like that really got me my confidence back. And that just kind of I felt like started like the reign of terror for me.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it kind of brought me my confidence and past that game, we kind of uh a lot of more confidence came with me
Yeah,
and the team and like how to build on top of that.
I got you. I got you. But see, that's why I wanted to go through a couple of those games because it takes a couple of those games for coach. No coach wants you to win by 21 every game. You know,
Sure.
because the playoffs ain't gonna be like that. So he wants you to get in some of those close games. And I know how. I mean, I don't know Coach Burns on Friday nights like that, but I know Coach Burns. He wants you to get that fine tuning, and it can only happen through the art of war right
Sir.
there on Friday nights, like them close games to see if you can edge out and see if you got what it takes. And colleges want to see stuff like that. And like you said, that's one of your games because you showed, it boosted your confidence. We all want those games,
Yes, sir.
Um, what's some of the games that like that had you that you couldn't go to sleep at night? Like the Thursday night you couldn't go to sleep because Friday, with the conversation with pops or uncle or moms or whatnot. What's one of them games where the conversation was a little longer? Like, okay, even they nervous.
Yes, sir. Hillcrest, first week of playoffs.
Okay.
Preparation going into that week. We had a bye week
Mm.
actually for our last game, so we had 2 weeks to go into that playoff game, and that those 2 weeks were crazy for me because it was just I felt like I had to put like everything on my head and like
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
was on me. But I talked to a couple of the team captains and they were just saying like, man, let's do this together. Like let's go out with a bang. That was for my seniors,
Okay.
and yeah, we ended up coming out and handling business.
That's good, man. That's good. That's good. Let's talk a little bit about this will be your senior year. You're seeing what's some things you're working on this off season?
Yes, sir. A lot of footwork, and how to just read the defense. A lot of football IQ.
Okay.
I be in the Coach Burns' office very often. I mean, he's at school all the time, so
Yeah.
got to get with him as much as possible. Just learning defenses, and then aside from that, just staying in the weight room and staying healthy. I'm trying
Yes,
to keep
sir.
up my long term.
Yeah, definitely. You just want to get that film in, and keep strong. Burns gonna have you wearing out that film room, so stay in that film room, man. I can tell you got what it takes, and I can't wait to see what you got this season. What's a game? What's a couple games you got circled on your calendar for this year? What's a big game for you?
Us first Takawis, we got them at home this year.
Okay.
Want to
What,
get them, and then playoffs. I don't know who we got, but we're gonna handle
yeah,
business in
you
playoffs.
definitely gonna be in the playoffs since you're a returning vet and
Yes,
you've already
sir.
had a taste of it. You're gonna go a little, you're gonna go all the way or a little further than last year. That's just what happens, because you got it under your belt. What week is the school you're playing? You talking about that you can't wait for?
I want to say it's week 3,
Okay, week three.
week 3,
Okay.
week 4.
Yeah, so I want to definitely check in with you, man, and see how things is going throughout the year. Keep it up, man, and keep doing what you're doing, and stay close to what Coach Burns is offering you that village of knowledge. Like a lot of people think, it's all about physicality. It's the mental, man. Stay smart, stay in that film room, and I can't wait to see what you turn out to be, man.
Yes, sir.
And
Thank
and
you.
and, and it's gonna be a good journey, but definitely go ahead and tell everybody who we're talking to right now. This Turf Talk 101, Mr. Thomas, down for Linfield Christian. Linfield Christian School down in Temecula is a school you want to go. Yeah, take a Friday night out to go see, and check them out. It's a battle. They battle. I love y'all uniforms, the Army, fatigues. I know y'all change them year in year out, but I just know what y'all made of. Each and every one of you young men on that field. Okay, like I said, anything that anybody needs to know where they can find, tell everybody where they can find you at and where they can watch you at and keep up with you at.
Yes, sir. Linfield Christian. My Instagram is at underscore Thomas Paschal, and it's the
Okay.
same for all accounts, Twitter and Instagram.
Okay. I appreciate you, man. Let's stay in touch and good luck to Linfield Christian, and I'm gonna definitely keep an eye on you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
You too.